Hey, 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 welcome to the weekly wrap up. It's Monday.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and Instagram, and of course, getting started in crypto. So, yeah, Monday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I think it's now like UTC's about 7 a.m. I think. So that's 7 a.m. like most of Europe, I think.
Possibly.
Very early one for them.
All the time, I think the clocks have gone backwards or forwards this weekend for some people. So I have no idea. But it's all being recorded. So if you're watching this on record and as playback, hello to you as well. And thanks for watching.
Thank you for joining us. So let's jump straight into it. So Bitcoin's got a bit boring again. It does look like we're very much in this pattern though, which is coming up to 75, my magic 75, which we've been trying to get to all year. So, and then a pullback and then a continuation up and then a larger pullback. So we're going to get to 100K, I think, by the end of this year. And then we are going to go, let's go here, straight down to here. And then we're going to go straight up to here. So I think that's going to be a really huge orchestrated dip. Something's going to happen, but it's really potentially possible at that point. So when we get up to there, we want to be selling some bags, I would think, and just restocking down later on. So when we put some fibs on this, that's a 618. So it may not go down that low. It may hold up at 65. It may even hold up at the 236, which is up at 76. So it may just come back down, touch that support here, and just sort of hang around that region. So instead of going down that low, we might see something like this, just a bit of consolidation here, and then we head up. So that's the potential. So when we look at it on the BLX, which is Bitcoin from the beginning, we do get that we've got a wave one here, which is that 99 sort of ish. I don't think we're breaking straight through that. Then we're going to hear that, oh, that was the high. That's it. It's all over from there. So the parabola, which is like been going on Bitcoin since the beginning, curls up. So it's come, it's touched. We haven't had a touch down to this region at the moment. So normally the parabola will suck it back down, and we do touch at some point, whether that is wave 4 and that's over here, or whether it is a wave 2 in this region, and then we go up for that wave 3. So that region here could be really condensed and shallow, just with everyone getting excited that BTC is at 99. And then, so it might have some strong consolidation there before taking off for the wave 3, which can go up to about 150K or more, depending on how bullish we get, how excited we get about Bitcoin going up. So that's kind of what's happening. Shouldn't be long until we go up from this region and we start getting some momentum happening. And yeah, the Bitcoin dominance has been crazy. So we can see that, you know, this was potentially going to be the high, but it keeps creeping up. So if we get like a breakout here, that's going to just like be crazy high for Bitcoin. And it's actually going to break down. That's our pivot at this point, and we're just sort of holding there at the moment. So, you know, if it continues, then obviously that's going to draw people into the market, because Bitcoin's going to be about 100K, and that's going to be exciting, I think, for retail. So, you know, when you can get retail all excited and moving into Bitcoin, and that's what we want. That's exactly what we want. And that way the alts will have a bit of a run. So yeah, so if we go to the total 2, we've still got some room in this region. So on the total crypto market cap, so that would potentially be that move up to the 99, and we'll get a rejection at that point, like we will at, you know, Bitcoin on the 99. and then we'll pull back, and then a breakthrough. And once we get the breakthrough, that's when all the money will start flowing into the alts. So that is essentially what we want to see. When we go to the alts on the total two, we can see that we've got, so much room to move, so much free air in this space. So we want to see that kind of filling in and heading up. So yeah, it's looking really, really good. It's just a bit boring, but we just got to get, the bit of excitement back in it.
So once Bitcoin starts to stall off from its next run, is that when people should be looking to get into alts, or should they be doing it just before trying to predict that market jumping across?
Well, yeah, Bitcoin only runs and it allows the alts to run. So it's sort of like this seesaw effect. It has a bit of a pause, it goes sideways, and then the alts all run up and they get excited. And then, Bitcoin will go, oh, no, not quite yet, pull back, alts will pull back, and then Bitcoin will go up again. But we've got a whole heap of futures releasing as of, what's the date today? Tomorrow. So coming over the next 3 days, we've got futures coming for Bitcoin. So that should hopefully be releasing, hopefully they're shorts and they're releasing long. And we'll get a bit of a bounce here. So, there's lots and lots and lots of talk as well about wars and stuff like that. And I don't necessarily think that's bad for crypto. It can be bad for stock markets. It can sometimes pull the crypto market back, but that might be at that point where we need that pullback. So like I showed you at that 75 mark. So if we go back to that chart, hang on, my mouse doesn't want to work today. So if we go back to this chart, so we could have a bit of a pullback at this point here. It could go deeper. It could go, it could hold at the 382. It could hold at the 05, depending on where that sort of pullback happens. So, but that could be sort of something happening around the end of this month, sort of Halloween, sort of going into November, early November. We tend to have a pullback at the start of the month anyway. So that might be like the last of the major pullbacks before we do start heading up. It has been, in that section for quite some time. If we go back to the BLX and we have a look and we go back to sort of around this period, you can see that we had like quite a long sideways period. So we're getting to the point where we're at the end of October here, and that's exactly where we started exploding up. So that's where we are. Market works in a four-year cycle. So we're at the point of the 4-year cycle where we got up. So, and that's what we want to see, this bit here. So if you should have been DCAing. I've been telling you guys to be DCAing for such a long time. So hopefully you've all listened, and that's what we're doing. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
I've got the worst hay fever at the moment too, by the way, in case everyone's looking at my eyes. They're puffy.
Oh dear. We're potentially at the start of this big run up, so a good time to be in crypto if you haven't already been in for the last X amount of months and already.
Yeah, they need to be in getting started in crypto, and then getting all this daily information and getting prepared and getting excited, because it's about to pop.
Excellent. Okay, and as far as alts goes, you mentioned inside getting started in crypto earlier on today that they're looking a bit ugly at the moment. Is that what you're sticking with?
We look like we've got another small pullback on the way, and then we should start moving. And I think that's mainly due to Bitcoin dominance is increasing at the moment. So that's going to, pull money out from the alts, because it is likely that we're going to get a bigger move on Bitcoin or Ethereum, just due to money coming into ETFs plus those futures releasing. So we want to just sort of
a big move on Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Could Sol be part of that as well? It's so
I'd
big.
say so. The pattern looks like it could. So, I've got ETH up, so I'll just quickly bring this up. And this was the chart that I had Last week, we've come back down. We've retested. We should go up from here. So it does look like ETH is going to have a bit of a move coming up. So this price bounce is about 26%, which is huge for ETH, especially if you're in a margin trader on that. So if we're looking at Solana, we're literally at the top of this flag, and we look like we might get a little bit of consolidation in this region here because we're just sort of forming that, and then that might get a breakout. So it does look like we're just on the brink of sort of going up at the moment. Yeah, same for Ethereum. It's had that pullback. If it does have a further pullback, it shouldn't break down any further than about 2.2 and then take off from there. For Solana, I do think it's going to hold the 155, 156 at the lowest. So other than that, it looks really good. It looks really bullish.
Okay, and just going back to alts as a whole, you think they look pretty ugly at the moment? Have we got? I know we've got a couple.
Some of them are sort of consolidating and have been consolidating for quite some time. So that just sort of says that Bitcoin's doing its thing. Bitcoin's bringing in the dominance. We want people to traditional market people to be buying these ETFs so that they buy more Bitcoin, they buy more Ethereum, and that way the market goes up. So and that's been a super easy way for people that don't understand crypto to get into crypto. So yeah.
Okay, we've also had a request for Uni as well for alts. So let's take a very quick break while you get Uni set up, and then we will have a look at the notes.
And we're back.
We are back. Let's jump into it.
Let's jump into this. Is IO requested through Getting Started in Crypto. Now it's just filling out whether this looks like a consolidation pattern to me. Reason being, it sort of has had a bit of a curl here. So if we go, I'm going to go even higher onto the daily and just see where we're sitting. We're sort of like underneath those MAs. We've only got the 100 on there at the moment because it's not old enough, this chart, to have anything else. It's kind of fighting with those. So really, 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 really needs to hold 159. So as long as it holds that region, that's going to be good, and it should consolidate and head up. So it has got bearish divergence because this has got a sloping top. Now, if this had a flat top, I'd be like, hell yes, this is going up, but it's got a sloping top, so it could be a little bit more bearish. So that region here is going to be where to watch. 1.569, sorry. Yeah, so whether it's got one more wave just coming down, but it has held this support. So as long as it holds that support, it is good. If I drop it down to an hourly, we can see that we're still fighting with those MAs. So it really needs to break above those to be bullish, and it hasn't done it so far. This is UMA. So it is, as long as it sort of holds this region here, then it's going to be bullish. We've got quite a nice flag forming. So it could be A, B, C complete, or it may be have a DE, but you should always buy the C wave. And that's A, B, C, could have the DE. So, and the DE just looks like another wave continuing. So A, B, C, D, E. So it just means that it might go sideways for a little bit longer. That's potentially what alts could do, the ones that are just in these slower patterns, especially with Bitcoin dominance increasing. Bitcoin has a run, this has a run, pulls back when Bitcoin pulls back. So, and then, you know, absolutely explodes once it goes. Let's just see where that is. Yeah, that does look like that could be, you know, heading straight up from there. So it is looking quite good. I'd say maybe as long as it holds that region, holds that support, then it's going to be good. With uni, we've just got consolidation. We are within the 100 and 200 MA. This is a 4 hour. When we drop it back down, it's just below. So it could have one more small dip just to the channel. So channel support is 7.16 on that chart. And yeah, just that one. So if we get a market wide pullback though, just be aware of that. If something happens and Bitcoin just goes up to 75 and then comes down, alts are going to pull back with that. So just be aware and have those stop losses ready. And, you know, maybe that might coincide with some sort of war happening or some sort of news of that, but that's kind of what happens. And then everyone goes, hang on a sec, why is Bitcoin dumping? Got to buy that again. So, and yeah, so it's just a buy the dip sort of scenario. But other than that, I think, you know, maybe one more dip on alts and then we are off and running.
Okay, any extra, let's just have a look. No other requests here. Anything else you wanted to just share with everyone before we wrap up the wrap up?
No, I think that's pretty much it. So I think, you know, we're looking good as a whole. We've been in a consolidation phase for 6 or 7 months here. That is normal for this part of the market. It's boring as hell, but it's normal. So yeah, a good time to get in those positions and have been like, you know, DCAing all the way. So yeah, as we have, which has been nice.
Absolutely. Okay, well, thank you, Liz, and thank you for everyone for joining us again, especially everyone in getting started in crypto. Great to have you here every week, and hopefully we're going to get a lot more exciting, a lot more green as we move forward. So until next week, thank you again. Have a good week ahead.
See you later, guys.